Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Demystify. So today is the 24th of January and हमारा Republic Day is just 2 days ahead. So चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज के द हिंदू पेपर एनालिसिस के साथ. Mary Kom led panel to probe wrestlers charges. Okay, so Mary Kom हम सभी लोग जानते हैं and जो नहीं जानते हैं उन्हें जानना चाहिए कि मैरी कोम is an Indian boxer. Of course, she is a female and she is amazing. And in fact, Priyanka Chopra ne there is a biopic also on Mary Kom in which Priyanka Chopra was taken as the lead actress. I mean, she was the one who was portraying Mary Kom. So हम सभी जानते हैं कि लास्ट फ्यू डेज एक रेसलर्स फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया WFI के डायरेक्टर के ऊपर काफ़ी सारे एलिगेशंस लगाए गए हैं. उसमें बजरंग पूनिया, साक्षी मलिक जैसे रेसलर्स भी और उन्होंने डायरेक्टर के ऊपर एलिगेशंस लगाए हैं कि द डायरेक्टर वाज अब्यूजिंग और यूज टू हरास विमेन. तो इस तरीके के एलिगेशंस के बीच में WFI के डायरेक्टर मतलब उसकी एक्टिविटीज़ को कुछ टाइम के लिए रोक दिया गया है. एंड नाउ देयर विल बी अ पैनल जिसको लीड करेंगी मेरी कॉम और वो पैनल जो है फिर वो चार्जेस के अंदर देखेंगे वेदर द चार्जेस आर ट्रू और नॉट, वेदर एक्चुअली WFI के डायरेक्टर जो है वो के डायरेक्टर जो है वो विमेन को हरास करते थे या नहीं. ओके एंड उसके रेसलर्स अगेंस्ट रेसलिंग फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया के प्रेसिडेंट, डायरेक्टर नहीं मतलब प्रेसिडेंट ब्रिजभूषण शरण सिंह. ओके, MCT gets another chance to elect a new mayor today. Judges don't face polls, but people assessing them. Okay. Two students in Kerala infected with the norovirus. That's another new virus now, that coronavirus, now norovirus. 21 Andaman Islands named after Param Veer Chakra awardees. That is such great news. That 21 islands of the Andaman Nicobar are now named after the soldiers who have been awarded Param Veer Chakra. So, wow. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday named the 21 largest unnamed islands in the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago after 21 Param Veer Chakra awardees. That's great news. Religious texts to be taught in MP government schools. This is another very important thing, a step towards education, towards religious educations, and scriptures like the Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata and Ramayana will be taught in the schools of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, and ancient epics are invaluable holy texts and they help in building moral character of human beings, he said at an event organized by Vidya Bharati, the educational wing of the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. Will take up Pandit's issues. Rahul. So Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra has reached Jammu and Kashmir, and that is talking about, now Rahul Gandhi is talking about the Pandits, that is the Kashmiri Pandits issue to be taken up and solved. Assam to book men marrying girls below 14 years under POCSO Act. So जो भी आदमी 14 साल से कम उम्र की लड़कियों से शादी कर रहे हैं उनको पॉक्सो एक्ट, दैट इज प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ चिल्ड्रन अगेंस्ट सेक्सुअल ऑफेंसेस एक्ट के अंडर में उनको अरेस्ट कर लिया जाएगा, उनके ऊपर कार्यवाही की जाएगी, पनिश किया जाएगा. ओके, SC नोटिस टू सेंटर ऑन प्ली अगेंस्ट ब्लॉकिंग ऑफ डाउरी calculator. What is it talking about? The Delhi High Court on Monday sought Centre's response on a plea moved against the 2018 blocking of dowrycalculator.com, a parody website created by film critic Tanul Thakur. The site features a satirical calculator that provides the amount of dowry a groom is entitled to based on his age, caste, profession, skin color, university, and country of residence. Okay, so this is something new, dowrycalculator.com. What basically it does is वो डाउरी कैलकुलेट करता है कि एक दूल्हे के लिए, लड़के के लिए कितनी डाउरी होनी चाहिए। वो किस किस पे बेस होता है भाई, दूल्हा दिखता कैसा है, उसकी स्किन का कलर कैसे, ज़्यादा गोरा है तो ज़्यादा डाउरी, पढ़ा लिखा कितना है, कहाँ, अगर भाई अमेरिका में रहता है जॉब कर रहा है, दुबई में रहता है जॉब कर रहा है, तो उसकी डाउरी भी, उसका तो फिर दहेज भी ज़्यादा होना चाहिए। सो wow, this is something new to me. The Internet Freedom Foundation, a city-based non-profit that advocates for digital rights, has seized on Mr. Thakur's craze to try and argue for more accountability from the government on website blocking, such as by requiring that authorities offer the owners of blocked sites a hearing. So now उसके ऊपर चल रहा है that डायरी कैलकुलेटर को ब्लॉक करने के अगेंस्ट में प्ली है कि उसको ब्लॉक नहीं किया जाए। Now let's see what will happen. Unconstitutional AAP on one nation, one election. So okay, it has submitted a report, that is the AAP, Aam Aadmi Party, to the Law Commission of India, which had invited suggestions from people and parties on holding simultaneous polls. Simultaneous polls in the sense कि एक ही साथ हर जगह पर polling हो, ऐसा नहीं हो कि जैसे there should not be differences. So 2024 Lok Sabha elections में आम आदमी पार्टी ने said that there should be one the proposal by the BJP, that was the one nation one election, the Aam Aadmi Party called it unconstitutional and against the idea of democracy. Why? Aap shared okay, so the BJP and the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the one who advocates this idea कि एक देश है तो एक साथ हर जगह पर simultaneously polls होना चाहिए. The AAP party, the AAP has opposed this, and it has also submitted a report to the Law Commission of India why this is not way. AAP leader Atishi said one nation one election is a front to legitimize Operation Lotus, that is BJP's, and legalize sale and purchase of MLA. She said if polls are embassy, it would only help the resource-rich parties and those with national status. So okay, these are different point of views. I mean, आम आदमी पार्टी saying कि नहीं, एक इलेक्शन एक साथ साइमल्टेनियसली नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये जो है वो MLAs को कोई भी चीज़, मतलब जैसे वो बड़े, उनके पास बहुत पैसे होते हैं, तो लीगली कोई भी चीज़ खरीदने में इट विल उनकी हेल्प करेगा. Criminal stabs policeman, arrested. Of course, he's a criminal in the first place. Okay. And again, he is arrested. I mean, the police. Criminals. अब देखिए आप, उन्होंने पुलिस वाले को हर्ट कर दिया. I mean, it's their duty, but still, a policeman being hurt, this is very sad. This really should not be the case. But what can we expect it of a criminal now? Then he or she is a criminal. MCT gets another chance to elect Delhi's new mayor today. आप सभी को पता था कि पहले MCT जो था, म्यूनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशन ऑफ दिल्ली, इट वाज डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 पार्ट्स. ठीक है, 3 नॉर्थ दिल्ली, साउथ दिल्ली, ईस्ट वेस्ट, इस तरीके से 3 अलग अलग काउंसिल्स थे. दिस टाइम व्हाट दे हैड डन इज दे हैड क्लब्ड, मतलब सबको मिला के अब एक ही होगा, ओनली वन काउंसिल. तो अब उस काउंसिल में मिक्सअप है, देयर बीजेपी leaders also, there आम आदमी पार्टी leaders also, कांग्रेस leaders also. तो इसीलिए there is a tussle कि मेयर कौन बने, क्योंकि there is a almost fair and equal share of leaders from overall parties, from more than one parties. इसीलिए बहुत tussle चल रहा है कि who should be the mayor, क्योंकि कोई एक पार्टी की तरह तो नहीं चल सकते. That's why may have to take a fresh decision on the order of oath taking. Okay. Centre gets last chance to respond to petitions on foreign visits. Okay, gave one last opportunity to the centre and the lieutenant governor to reply to transport minister challenging a provision which requires state government minister including the chief minister seek clearance from the centre. Okay, तो मतलब ये है कि अब the High Court is saying that now we have asked you many times and this is the last chance center को reply करना है कि whether the chief minister and the other leaders can go to foreign trips or not, foreign visits के लिए. And basically under the banner of foreign trips, what the political leaders are trying to do, we all know that, but they the reason that they are stating is कि हम फॉरेन विजिट्स करके वहाँ के गवर्नेंस को समझें, वहाँ के एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को समझें, एंड फिर आकर उसको वापस हमारी कंट्री में अप्लाई कर सकें. Businessman's son held for mowing down vendor. Okay, that's JNU SU to show, that is the JNU Students Union, Jawaharlal Nehru University Students Union, to show BBC documentary today. Authorities issue warning. India the Modi question. So JNU students will broadcast it today. Money laundering case, no relief for Raghav Behel. ED तो today आजकल बहुत न्यूज़ में, everybody again, it is after everybody. With eye on election, MP Congress goes for organizational resic. Okay, so MP Congress means the Congress party, which is functional in the Madhya Pradesh state. So of course elections are nearing by. Hijab row, SC to consider listing students' plea before 3-judge bench. Muslim students from Karnataka filed plea seeking a declaration of their right to wear hijab inside their classrooms. ये भी काफ़ी वो हुआ था कि some time ago the girls, the students who were wearing hijab were not allowed into the classroom. They were not allowed to give exams also. They were, even they were at certain point they were not allowed into the school. तो इसके ऊपर काफ़ी रो चला था. I mean that there was a lot of debate and tussle and is protest, and इसके ऊपर काफ़ी लोगों ने कहा भी था कि wearing a hijab is their constitutional right. It's their choice that they want to wear a hijab. The state government cannot say anything. वो नहीं कह सकती है कि you cannot wear a hijab or you have to wear a hijab. No, that's their personal choice. So उसको लेकर अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट में एक 3-judge bench जो है वो SC मतलब सुप्रीम कोर्ट विल ऑर्गेनाइज इट एंड उससे फैसला आएगा. Ahead of Maharashtra civic polls, Uddhav Sena and VBA seal pact. तो उद्धव ठाकरे who was the former chief minister, जिनको फिर टेक ओवर कर लिया गया था by एकनाथ शिंदे. So, Uddhav Shiv-Sena and VBA, that is the Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi, they seal pact, they form an alliance. Okay, Elangovan to contest in an assembly poll after 34 years. Tamil Nadu Congress Committee TNCC President and Union Minister of State EVKS Elangovan, who is now 74 years old. After 34 years, he'll again contest polls. The voting will be done for him. High Court vacation bench acted as de facto CJ, Andhra Pradesh Chief Justice. Okay. आंध्र प्रदेश हाई कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस प्रशांत कुमार मिश्रा. ओके. Rajasthan House session begins on a stormy note. Again, Rajasthan government is also very मतलब काफ़ी problems. There are a lot of. Bombay HC allows women to terminate 32-week pregnancy. Editorials. Democracy and its structural slippages. Okay. देखिए यहाँ पर इस editorial में discussion is being done about, we all know as the name suggests, democracy around the world especially. देखिए democracy is a form of government, and अगर हम उसकी definition देखेंगे तो by definition everywhere democracy should be the same, but that is so not the case. USA also follows democracy, France also has democracy, India has democracy, Pakistan, China, Bangladesh, so many countries, all of them claim to have democratic governments. But still there are so many provisions that are different, so many ways that things are done differently. So though democracy is one single form of government, it is not the same everywhere. हर जगह जो है वो अलग अलग होता है. So it's a discussion on this, that how the democracy is over the globe, across the globe, and what are its structural slippages. Slippages मतलब what are the structural defects that we may see. Like इसमें लिखा गया है कि devolution in capitalism. So basic to democracy is the devolution of power. Devolution मतलब distribution of power. There should be that the power should be distributed. मतलब हमने देखा पहले central level की government, फिर उसके बाद state level, फिर उसके बाद district level, फिर the पंचायत, rural. तो ये distribution of power होना चाहिए, which it's not there everywhere. ठीक है, हर जगह ऐसा नहीं है कि ऐसा distribution है power का. Secondly, capitalism. Democracy का first rule is that it is for all the people. ठीक है, एंड एक होना चाहिए सस्टेनेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए सब्सिस्टेंस होना चाहिए बट हाउ मच इज इट यू नो फिर कंडक्ट ऑफ इलेक्शंस आर द इलेक्शंस रियली ट्रू फ्री एंड फेयर क्या सच में भी बिल्कुल फेयर तरीके से इलेक्शंस हो रहे हैं कंडक्ट हो रहे हैं मतलब हम देखते हैं कि पार्टीज कितनी कैंपेनिंग में खर्चा कर रहे हैं लाइक वे ओवर द लिमिट फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ दे लिमिट फॉर अ सेंट्रल पार्टी आई एम नॉट रिकॉलिंग राइट नाउ but it's in crores I think or lakhs but if for example a central a central level party that is a national party can spend maybe for example 2 crores for campaigning in election so I think they are spending way much more so are these मतलब ये तो सिर्फ campaigning में expenditure की बात हो रही है even apart from this मतलब EVM machines hack करना लिस्ट में सिटीजन्स का नाम नहीं होना एंड सो मच मोर misplaced secret Biden's legal troubles could be a setback for case to prosecute Trump तो जो बिडेन के यहाँ से बहुत सारे क्लासिफाइड डॉक्यूमेंट्स मिल रहे हैं उसके ऊपर प्रोब हो रहा है चेकिंग हो रही है एवरीथिंग so what is it of course can be read in the article guys मैं रोज every day literally I'm repeating this read these articles and these articles should be read by you and you only okay read them really that is the gist of reading a newspaper to read these articles is what is going to help you to form a vocabulary to form your speaking skills writing skills essay writing everything तो आप चाहे क्लैट की एग्ज़ाम दे हो आप चाहे यूपीएससी की एग्ज़ाम दो एवरीवेयर यू हैव टू राइट आंसर्स इन एसेज सो you have to have that and to form that you need to read these articles very important needed a new approach to data protection for minors that is very important nowadays because अब बहुत सारा डेटा हमारा जो है पर्सनल डेटा हम लोग अब ऑनलाइन शेयर करते हैं ठीक है हम शेयर नहीं भी कर रहे हैं ओके बट इवन आफ्टर दैट देर आर साइट्स जिसमें वो मैंडेटरी होता है हमारी डेट ऑफ बर्थ हमारा नाम हमारा एड्रेस हमारा सो मेनी थिंग्स मोबाइल नंबर एंड बैंक मतलब बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं जो हमें ऑनलाइन मैंडेटरीली अपलोड करनी पड़ती है शेयर करनी पड़ती है सो फॉर दैट देर इज़ अ नीड फॉर अ डेटा प्रोटेक्शन बिल एक ऐसा लॉ जिससे कि हमारा डेटा पर्सनल डेटा जो है वो प्रोटेक्ट हो सके एंड गलत हाथों में ना जाए promise pragmatism okay let's first highlight these all very very important Miss Ardern's politics rooted in moral values came up against a reality check. Jacinda Ardern, who was the former Prime Minister of New Zealand, about couple of days or more ago, she quitted. She resigned, and now their new, education minister will be the, Chris Hipkins, who was the education minister, will now be the prime minister. But Jacinda Ardern had to resign. She had to quit because of some reasons. Okay, apart from that, she was doing very well. She was really appreciated and praised. So why she quit? What were the problems that she had to face? All of this is being analyzed in this article, and of course, this article, as one can understand from the title itself, it's supporting Miss Ardern. Okay, that Miss Ardern's politics is rooted in moral values, but against reality, it couldn't stand up. Opinion page and India chapter for foreign universities. For a long time, proponents of the internationalization of higher education have cherished the dreams of foreign universities operating in India. For nearly 2 decades, they have emphasized the need to provide conducive conditions and an enabling framework for such institutions, but the idea failed to come to fruition due to concerns with the regularity. Okay, so now there are concerns to promote education for foreign universities. So this is about clubbing Indian education with the foreign education for better opportunities, for better quality of education for everybody, for the foreign students also and for the Indian students also. And now things have been, about the UGC, I think had agreed for foreign universities to establish in India and stuff like that. So yes, now steps are being taken. Also the new education policy NEP 2020, everything, all of these are steps for the betterment of education, for the betterment of the quality of education. A warrior's history hurdle in Assam. Okay, the BJP's assertion that Bagh Hazarika is fictional has angered some Muslims. Now, who is Bagh Hazarika? Let's see. On January 8, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma suggested that Bagh Hazarika, the 17th century Muslim warrior fabled to have fought the Mughals alongside legendary Ahom General Lachit Barphukan, is a fictional character. He said a narrative had been created about Bagh Hazarika, whose real name was Ismail Siddiq. He wondered why our history teachers never questioned this narrative. So, according to Himanta Biswa Sarma, who is the current Chief Minister of, Chief Minister of Assam, he commented that Bagh Hazarika was a fictional character. How much this is true, not true, we don't know. But he's a warrior, but more importantly he was a Muslim warrior. When there are religious feelings attached to something or somebody, suddenly logic goes away. We don't need the use of logic, no science, and it's not that bad also. It's not bad कि अगर हम किसी चीज़ में believe करते, faith रखते हैं, these things like these are alive because we have faith in them. It may it be the Ram Setu, the Ramayana, Mahabharat, all of these things, they are not scientifically proven, but they are still alive, they are still valued because they still have the human population's faith in them, that yes, that is something. And if something like that is teaching us good values, it is teaching us to be better human beings, it is teaching us to be, to have morals and to do right actions. I think whether it is then science or faith or belief, that should not be a matter. We should follow it. Okay, we should follow it. We should get the hang of it, that yes, it is something that is for the betterment of humanity. अगर वो हमें कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें सिखा रहा है कि कुछ ऐसे values सिखा रहा है जिससे हमारा betterment हो सकता है, humanity develop हो सकती है, then there's no problem with that. But of course it's very subjective. वो हमारे religious belief and faith के ऊपर depend करता है whether we believe in these or not. The root of everything should be, we should be better humans. We should be considerate. हमारे अंदर की वो humanity जगी रहनी चाहिए, whether we believe it in them or not. ऐसा नहीं है कि जो जो atheists होते हैं, who don't believe in God, they are bad human beings. No, it's not that. Okay, attention to rural India. Call to photographers. President Mr. V.V. Giri today called upon press photographers presently preoccupied with politics and VIPs to turn their lenses on the common people and their struggles and aspirations. It is, of course, pardonable vanity on the part of politicians to expect to see their pictures. Okay. So the president to V.V. Giri is telling, the press people, the paparazzi, to not photograph the political leaders, but to photograph the common people. So it's a new concept, a new step, and he is saying that why should political leaders get themselves photographed? They are not nobody but servants of the, common people. Okay, communal cry. Now this is 1923. That is before. That is when the Britishers were still ruling us. Tomorrow's meeting of the Legislative Assembly will be devoted to discussion of non-official resolutions in the name of Mr. J. Ramaya Pantulu, who will urge that the selection of candidates for public offices should be based solely on merit and not on communal considerations. So communal considerations के ऊपर नहीं होके, उनके religion, culture के ऊपर ना होके, community पे ना होके, उनके merit के basis पर उनको select करा जाना चाहिए. Okay. For Indian startups, the pace up the funding ladder quickens. It's an analysis about startups, showing that the chart shows the number of unicorns. Unicorns is a startup. created in India each year in the last decade. So in the last decade, decade is 10 years, right? So the last 10 years, Bengaluru में 39% unicorns, that is 39% startups. Gurugram में 16%, Mumbai में 15%, Delhi में 6%, Noida में 6%, and the others had 18%. So it's something about the startups. Startups का मतलब आप सभी को पता होगा. It is basically when you are starting from zero, when you are starting from nothing. For example, I design a product of my own and मैं उसे number 1 से बेचना चालू करती हूँ. I start with my first customer, and then if the sales go up, then I build a business out of it. That is what is a startup. Okay, the BCCI to get richer with its women's IPL bid. Okay, तो अभी तक bidding मेल हम उसके लिए देखते ही थे. Mumbai Indians, Kings 11 Punjab. Spotify announces layoffs, joins Microsoft, Meta and Amazon. Again, we're discussing this every day. It's like a trend now. पहले Twitter, kabhi Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and now Spotify. All of them are laying off people. All of them are, cutting on people and employees. Pakistan imports luxury cars and items amid financial crunch. Okay, it's very well known. For a long period of time now, Pakistan has been dealing with financial crisis. Inflation rates are very high, and okay, it is importing luxury cars and items amid this all. 180,000 Russian soldiers dead or wounded in Ukraine. Investment in capital markets through P notes decline. Okay, so the basic structure of the constitution, very, very important, guys. You have to read this article no matter what. You have to. At the heart of the current debate over the Supreme Court Collegium and the striking down of the National Judicial Appointments Commission, that is the NJAC, is a fundamental question. Does Parliament have unlimited power to amend the Constitution, or is it subject to inherent limitations? Ye cheez has been, I think the Kesav Nanda Bharti case was in the year 1973, if I'm not wrong. From the Kesav Nanda Bharti case, it is a subject of grave importance. How much can the constitution be, how much can the constitution be changed or amended? कितने level तक, कहाँ तक हो सकता है? Okay, anyways, it's not visible. The Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, compared the basic structure of the Constitution to the North Star, an unfailing guide which shows the way when the path appears convoluted. His observation marks the response of the Supreme Court to a recent statement made by Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar that the basic structure doctrine introduced by a 13-judge bench 40 years ago in the case of Nanda Bharti case Sripada Galvaru versus State of Kerala through a 7-6 wafer-thin majority judgment diluted parliamentary sovereignty. The opinion of the Vice President and the party. देखिए इसका मतलब ये है केशव नंदा भारती केस that was 40 years ago. 40 years मतलब 1983 now. I was wrong with the year. 1973 नहीं 1983 में हुआ था. According to that, एक 13 judge bench थी जिसने 7-6 के वोट के साथ फैसला किया था. मतलब 7 judges members were supporting that the basic structure of the constitution could not be changed. यहाँ पे parliamentary supremacy allowed नहीं है. The constitution is supreme, not the legislature. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि जो legislature है, जो parliament है, वो कोई भी rules बना सकता है, उसके basic structure को change कर सकता है. No, the constitution is supreme. उसके basic structure के साथ hinder नहीं करा जा सकता है. Okay, so that was something that was decided then in the case of Nanda Bharti case. And Vice President, opinion of the Vice President and reply from the top judge have come amidst an ongoing verbal skirmish initiated by the government over the striking down of the 99th Constitutional Amendment and the National Judicial Appointments Commission Act. In a formal majority decision, The government is now vying after a gap of nearly 8 years for a stronger, if not dominant, spot in judicial appointments to constitutional courts. It remains bitter about the failure of the NGAC and Constitutional Amendment. ये बात अब तब से चल रही है. Now the Vice President and all are saying कि जो नेशनल जुडिशियल अपॉइंटमेंट्स कमीशन थी जिसको स्ट्राइक डाउन कर दिया गया था 2014 में, 8 साल पहले 2015 में, दैट वाज रॉन्ग. क्योंकि NJAC जो थी वो बेसिकली द लेजिस्लेचर जो था उसको ज़्यादा पावर दे रही थी फॉर द अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ जजेस, फॉर द प्रमोशन ऑफ जजेस, उसके सिलेक्शन में. बट NJAC को हटा दिया गया, वापस से कॉलेजियम सिस्टम को अडॉप्ट कर लिया गया कि नहीं, कॉलेजियम सिस्टम मतलब बाय द एडवाइस, ऑन द एडवाइस ऑफ द सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजेस और ओनली, जैसे चीफ जस्टिस एंड ऑल, उनके उससे ही प्रेसिडेंट या एग्जीक्यूटिव वगैरह जो है वो लॉयर मतलब सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजेस को अपॉइंट या प्रमोट कर सकते हैं. सो नाउ द गवर्नमेंट इज सेइंग कि दे वांट डोमिनेंट, नहीं तो मतलब एक पावरफुल ऐसी बॉडी होनी चाहिए जिनमें उसके पास पावर हो कि वो जजेस को अपॉइंटमेंट और प्रमोशन दे सके, कर सके. सो नाउ दिस इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल फॉर यू टू रीड एंड डिस्कस. मैंने यहाँ तक डिस्कस कर लिया. द बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर डॉक्ट्राइन से आपको करना है, पढ़ना है, एंड ये यहाँ तक ही इतना ही है पूरा. So please guys read this. This is a very very important article talking about the basic structure, talking about the rift between the judiciary, the legislature, the executive, constitutional limits तक की बात कर रहा है, everything. It's a very important article. Okay. The dark sky is a natural resource and too much light is polluting it. That's a very different take on, you know, it's beautiful. Look at these images. Beautiful, really really beautiful. The Shemri Monastery before and after a power cut in March 2021. So this is before a power cut, this is after a power cut. The number of stars had become invisible when the monastery is lit is striking. Really, just look at it कि जब यहाँ पर देखिए और यहाँ पे देखिए, कंपेयर करते हैं जब हम, तो जब पावर कट नहीं था तो कितने कम स्टार्स दिख रहे थे, एंड व्हेन देयर वाज अ पावर कट यू सी द नंबर ऑफ स्टार्स हैज इंक्रीज्ड. तो इसमें कहने का मतलब है कि बहुत ही हाई लेवल ऑफ स्काई ग्लो, दैट इज़ नॉन नेचुरल लाइट. मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा हम लोग एक तरीके से जो ट्यूब लाइट्स हैं, बल्ब्स हैं, उनका यूज़ बहुत ज़्यादा कर रहे हैं. इस वजह से नॉन नेचुरल लाइट जो है वो नाइट स्काई की ब्राइटनेस को इंक्रीज़ कर देती. कहने का मतलब है कि जो डार्क स्काई है विच इज़ एब्सोल्युटली डार्क बट इट्स ब्यूटिफुल, इट्स सूदिंग इन इट्स ओन सेंस. उसका जो ब्लू कलर है दैट इज़ सो सॉफ्ट, सो ब्यूटिफुल. तो उसका इफेक्ट और कॉन्सिक्वेंस ये है कि दिस मेक्स द एब्सेंस ऑफ अ ग्लोबल ट्रीटी टू रिड्यूस लाइट पोल्यूशन मोर कॉन्स्पिक्वस. सो इस वजह से हो रहा है कि लाइट पोल्यूशन जो है वो बढ़ रहा है. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay. So yes, too much light is polluting it. Pollution, देखिए natural चीज़ें have their own glow, have their own, you know, it's beautiful. The night sky is so beautiful, the stars. And अब तो हम देखेंगे कि अब already pollution के कारण हमें city area में तो दिखते ही नहीं है stars, because pollution भी है and plus क्योंकि देखिए अर्बन में हर जगह पे, सिटी एरिया वगैरह में हर जगह देयर इज़ टू मच, रात रात भर लाइट जलती रहती है, जिस वजह से स्टार्स और भी गायब हो जाते हैं. सो ट्राई इट गाइस. यू नो रात को ज़्यादा लाइट्स वगैरह ना जलाकर या लेट ना जगाकर ट्राई स्विचिंग देम ऑफ फॉर वंस एंड जस्ट रिलैक्सिंग अंडर द नेचुरल स्काई. जिसकी लाइट मतलब द नेचुरल स्काई विच इज़ नॉट गेटिंग पोल्यूटेड फ्रॉम द आर्टिफिशियल लाइट्स. Okay, word of the day: adroitness, skillful performance. That is, or ability without difficulty. He parked my car with a degree of adroitness. मतलब बहुत ही skillfully कोई काम करना. From analyzing current events in a comedic, okay. Host of talk shows are always on topic. American talk show host के बारे में है ये. अच्छा, मैं आपको रोज़ यही चीज़ बोलती हूँ, आज भी बोलूँगी, क्योंकि there may be people who are watching this analysis for the first time, hearing this. मैं आपको यही suggestion दूँगी. What you do every day is, if you don't have that much time to search these answers, but still ये knowledge increase करता है, read the questions once, ठीक है, leave it. The next day आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे right hand side पे here the answers are there for the questions, right? So what you do is read the questions again for the second time and now read the answers also. तो इस तरीके से what will happen is आपको answers मतलब आपको वो knowledge अपने आप याद हो जाएगी. You won't need to memorize it. It will be easy for you to hold to that information because you're reading the question 2 times and आपको answer भी search नहीं करने पड़ेंगे. Okay, and plus आपको पता भी चल जाएगा कि this day क्या है, उस day क्या है. जैसे कल नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस के ऊपर questions थे because it was his 126th birth anniversary. Okay. Internet Archives take down BBC documentary. PM leaders pay tribute to Netaji at Parliament Hall. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. RSS working towards the goal of Netaji, says Bhagwat. अचानक से नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस के पीछे हैं सब, क्योंकि सब उन्हीं का फॉलो करे, बिकॉज कल उनकी बर्थ एनिवर्सरी थी. जब कोई और लीडर की आएगी तो उनके हो जाएंगे, मतलब सब उन्हीं को फॉलो कर रहे होंगे, राइट. नारायणपुर वायलेंस, डेलीगेशन क्रिटिसाइजेस बघेल गवर्नमेंट. ओके. भूपेश बघेल जो कि सीएम है छत्तीसगढ़ के. BSF Camel contingent to have women personnel at Republic Day parade. Great. SP leaders remark on epic poem Kipsapro. Ramcharitmanas. Get rid of problems by stopping cow slaughter. Media body against proposal to empower PIB fact check unit. Okay, so PIB fact check unit, that is प्रेस इन्फॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो जो है, उनकी फैक्ट चेक यूनिट इंस्टॉल करने की बात की जा रही है कि जो भी मीडिया वाले न्यूज़ स्प्रेड कर रहे हैं या दिखा रहे हैं, ब्रॉडकास्ट कर रहे हैं, वो कितनी फैक्चुअली करेक्ट है, ट्रू है. तो वो एक यूनिट होनी चाहिए उसको एम्पावर करने की. तो मीडिया बॉडी तो ऑफकोर्स इसके अगेंस्ट होगी, क्योंकि आधी से ज़्यादा मीडिया तो फेक न्यूज़ पे रनिंग है, र्यूमर्स पे, ऐसा होने वाला है, वैसा होने वाला है, एंड ऑल दैट. Murmu gives PM's National Award to 11 children. 4 die, over a dozen fall ill in fresh hooch tragedy in dry Bihar's Siwan. Bharat Jodo Yatra, the first genuine outreach to the people of J&K. Mehbooba Mufti. This is Mehbooba Mufti who's saying this. Tripura CPIM meet endorses poll alliance with Congress. Rahul Gandhi throws weight behind Kashmiri Pandits. Judges don't face polls but people are assessing them. मतलब judges को ऐसा नहीं उनको इलेक्शन पोल्स फेस नहीं करना पड़ता, हार जीत नहीं होती, लेकिन फिर भी लोग उनको असेस कर रहे हैं. तो इसके कहने का मतलब है ऐसा नहीं कि जजेस कैन डू वॉट एवर दे वॉन्ट. द इमेज इज ऑल्सो समथिंग दैट दे शुड बी कंसर्न्ड ऑफ. पीपल ऑफकोर्स वी ऑल सी यार वो थे बहुत अच्छे जज थे, ही वॉज रियली. एंड सेम गोज विद द प्रेसिडेंट. प्रेसिडेंट को भी ऐसे डायरेक्ट पीपल्स पोल्स का फॉलो नहीं करना पड़ रहा है, बट स्टिल people are assessing them, people are judging them that okay, that president was very good or not. Koshari informs Modi of his desire to step down. Okay. Digvijay's views are his own, says Congress. No patriotism left in Congress, says BJP. यही करते रहते एक दूसरे को blame. You will be left with no leaders. Meghalaya CM Sangam tells outside the Trinamool Congress. Pradeep Sharma's bail plea rejected. Laid off Indian IT professional face US visa deadline. लेड ऑफ इंडियन IT प्रोफेशनल्स, मतलब वही गूगल, अमेजोन, मेटा, ट्विटर, सब लोग जो ये ले ऑफ कर रहे हैं, पीपल को लेट गो कर रहे हैं, उनके पास वीज़ा डेडलाइन है, क्योंकि वो अभी तक वर्क वीज़ा पे वर्क कर रहे थे, अब तो उनकी नौकरी चली गई. सो हाउ विल दे स्टे लॉन्गर इन द US? CBI's plea challenging bail to Anil Deshmukh dismissed. INS Wagir, 5th Scorpion Submarines commissioned. The name is very good, Wagir. ठीक है. Plea on panel on status for converts dismissed. Railway starts Aadhaar-based authentication for applicants. RBI extends times for renewal of agreements for lockers. Chardham priest condemned Trivendra Rawat's remarks. Bharat Biotech subsidiary recalls rabies vaccine batch. Okay. You can see this. You can solve the Sudoku, pause it, draw the Sudoku, and solve it. And also this, crossword and all also. Okay, UK ambulance workers strike against as unions call for talks. Burkina Faso asked French troops to quit, diplomatic note confirms. EU imposes new sanctions on Iran officials over protest crackdown. Women shot dead by father in Pak. Court for marrying against his will. Sad news. Brit failure causes massive power outage in Pakistan. Russia NATO member Estonia expel ambassadors amid destroyed ties. Suspect in California killings found dead. Motive unclear. Police. Poland wants more tanks for KIV. Asks for German consent. Japan PM Kishida prioritizes military build-up and reversal of low birth rate. तो अब जापान की अभी तक हम जानते हैं कि इट्स मिलिट्री वॉज इन अलायंस विद US वन. वो हम कह सकते हैं US के साथ अपनी मिलिट्री शेयर कर रहा था डिफेंस. लेकिन अब रिसेंटली जापान का नया फैसला है कि नाउ इट विल इंक्रीज इट्स एक्सपेंडिचर ऑन डिफेंस. ये भी कुछ दिन पहले की बात है. दिस वाज इन द न्यूज़. एप्पल टारगेट्स रेजिंग Apple targets raising India's share of production to 25%. No foreign investment cap on sovereign green bonds. Maruti recalls. All of this is Q3. Axis Bank Q3 profit jumps on higher. Okay. All of these. Vistara records first ever net profit. These सारे पूरी financial news है. Of course, interested people can read. Oh, Asian decathlon champion Sabir passes away. KL Rahul and Athia Shetty. Athia Sunil Shetty, the film star's daughter, and KL Rahul, a cricketer. They tie the knot. That's great. Okay.